this is masket sheets, and very, very similar to this, but not, because it has a backing to it. So you can die cut it without it sticking to your cutting pad. And what am I talking about? Well, let me show you, my loves, because this is like really, and I'll be honest, you guys, this is 24 sheets. 24 sheets. It is like half the price of our competitors, or actually maybe a third the price. I don't remember. Hang on. I try to like, hang on. Oh, yeah. So one of our competitors that's equivalent gives you half the quantity for $1 more, half the quantity. So we're double and $1 less. Because you know what? You guys get the like friend discount. Plus then you get your club discount on top. So it's like, so here we have the masking tape. And what you're going to do is you're going to feel it. And I do realize it is a little bit harder to feel it, but you'll get the hang of it really quick. If you're not exactly sure which one is the sticky and which one is not, you can just peel a little corner. I think when we reorder this, I will do something so you know which side better. As I'm looking at this, I'm going, I know, but you guys might not be able to tell. So what I want you to do is figure out which is the sticky and which is not. Whoa, camera moved because the dog and Ken playing. And then what you can do is on the back, once you figure out which one's the back, this is what I want you to do, is just make a mark on the back. So now you know, oh yeah, that's the back. You can do that. Okay, so what we're going to do, I mean, I know because you don't want the shiny side is not where you stamp. You want the matte side. So let's stamp, and I'm going to show you why you want this, or why I wanted this. I don't know about you guys, but I wanted it. So what I'm going to do is oh my gosh, she is going crazy. I'm going to grab the cat stamp because we're all into the pets. Oh, and today is like National Dog Day or something. Did you see that, baby? I'm like, how appropriate that we have Honey Bear now. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's what happened to that. Yes, there you go. Oh my goodness. Oh, be careful. She went under the table and around. Last night you hurt yourself when you were doing the zoomies, remember? Oh my word. Okay, so here what I'm doing is I am grabbing, oh, do I have my licorice? I feel like my licorice, I took my licorice to HSN. Okay, let's use Midnight. So we're gonna use Midnight. I'm just gonna stamp. Oh, let's go to what is it, 3? What's above me? I don't know. Okay, so here we go. So we're gonna stamp this. We're gonna like do it off to the side a little bit because okay. Oh, didn't even stamp it very good. It wasn't paying attention. Okay, there we go. Stamp it. There we go. Well, that's not good because I want you to really see this. So is there an air bubble behind that? Okay, let's try it again. Stamp it. Press on the back of your stamp like I always tell you. There you go. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna die cut this. So we're gonna get out the die that matches. And we're going to lay this on top. And then we're going to get some of our Better Than Washi. Better Than Washi. I love this name. It cracks me up every time. So, oh, yeah, don't be making me nervous that you're hurting yourself. So then we're going to lay this down right on top. Just like that. Make sure you get it right there. Oh, the tail. There we go. And oh, there. Move it. Okay. So now I'm going to tape that down. And now I'm going to die cut it. Okay. So we're going to bring it over to the die cut machine. Oh, let's use a smaller folder. As we can. So we're going to die cut this. Ken would switch it, but he's trying to entertain the dog so she doesn't hurt herself. So I'm going to die cut this. And then what we have here, my friends, is we have the cat, but as a mask, which, oh, there it is, as a mask, which is really awesome because let's say, I should have planned this a little better. Sorry. Let me get, I'm here. No, that's not good. Hang on, give me 1 minute. Let's die cut this really quick because I want to really, really show you why I wanted this. So we're going to die cut this. And I'm just going to die cut. This is just a card, a little bit like a layering card piece to go on an A2 card. I just want you to see what like my thought process on this was. Those of you that have mask tape, you know kind of what I'm doing here. So there we go. That we have that. And then we're just going to stand. Let's turn it this way. And we are just going to stamp it. Let's get that stamp again. Let's stamp it again. So now we're going to stamp. So now This mask you're going to keep in your kangaroo pocket, right? So right now I'm just going to stamp it right here in the center. This is going to be my card front, right? And then I'm going to take, so I stamped it. Let's say I want this to be a different color in the background. So I'm going to peel up the back, and there we go. So you're going to peel up the back. And be careful because it is very, very thin. It's like using instead of a Post-it note, my friends, because a Post-it note does not have sticky all the way around, but it is very, very thin paper because you want it to be thin. So when you stamp or do anything else around it, it doesn't get that little shadow, right? Okay, so we're going to lay this guy down. And remember, this is exactly that because I give you the inside dies, right? Remember, I give you the inside dies to make a mask. You don't have to hand cut this. Oh gosh, can you imagine? So now we're going to lay that tail down right there, right there. There we go. Now we can get out some, let's do orange. Let's get, because we'll make a kitty cat that Katie has. Oh my gosh, but you guys, I have to tell you a funny story about a cat really quick. Go to one. So one of the pastors at our church, I'm totally telling on him. I won't say a name to keep him innocent. When I said, hey, so-and-so, Pastor so-and-so, did you hear that we got a puppy? And I showed him a picture. And he's like, oh, so cute, so cute. And I'm all, yeah, much nicer than Cookie. Don't worry, she won't try to kill you when you come over. So then he's like, oh, did I show you what I got? And he shows me a picture of some black cats. And he goes, I now have 5 black cats. Like what? I go, wait, what? And he goes, yeah, this mommy cat brought her babies to us and there's coyotes outside. I'm afraid. So I brought them all in. All of them, including the mama, are black. So there was 4 babies and a mama, all black. And I said, can you tell them apart? And he said, nope. He doesn't even know. Now, okay, keep in mind he's a guy. I think some of us women could kind of figure out which one's the mama for different reasons, but he can't tell them apart.
There's one that's bigger.
Yeah, he did say there was one that was bigger. And then I told him he is a nice person. He has a gold heart. He is just such a sweetheart. And he's younger than us. Ken always says it's the son he never had because Ken and I love him a lot. And so I told him, I said, okay, now just so you know, because he's a lot younger than us, and I'm kind of a mom to him sometimes. I said, just so you know, you need to get them fixed so they don't do some weird stuff. And he's like, oh, yeah, the vet said blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, on a pastor's salary, how is he going to get 5 cats fixed? Not my circus, not my problem, but I think I might give him a little donation. But bless his heart. And a lot of you are saying, I love black cats. Yes, Dawn, I said get different colors too. Let me just tell you, my parents have always been madly, deeply in love with black cats. They've had, how many have they had? They've had 2 named Blackjack throughout the years. They had one named Zorro, one named Crackerjack. Is the one they have now Blackjack too? So they've had 4 black cats, but like they all blend together in my brain. So let me just tell you, go to a shelter to have them fixed. It'll be cheaper. Okay, I will tell him. Yeah, I'm going to, yeah, oh my gosh. But Mexico. But what a sweetheart, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, you're the kindest man ever. I said, now how am I going to find you a wife? I didn't say that part. He doesn't watch these, don't worry. Okay, let's go back to my cat. Anyway, we're not going to make a black cat. We're going to make an orange cat because Kate has an orange cat. And here we go. So what we're going to do is I am using, what color is this? Sunflower. And, oh, let's get some scrap paper. Oh, I gave the dog my scrap paper. Oh, poo. Hang on, let me get a different color scrap. Because this is there's a reason. Okay, here's a scrap. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to color my background. La, la, la. Oh, be careful, Stephanie. Those little whiskers are kind of fragile there. Okay, blah, 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 blah. But whatever you stamp first and also whatever you mask, it has to be both. You have to stamp it first and mask it. And then watch this. Wait for it, my friends. Wait for it, my friends. Dun, 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 dun. There it is. Now the kitty's on the front. Is that cool or what? The kitty's on the front now. So you could do all this fancy stuff on the back. I could have done different colors. I could have done rainbows. But now the kitty's on the front. It's like magic. Now, Am I going to keep this? You better believe it. It is going to go. Now, I could technically, this one's kind of intricate because of that crazy tail, but you could just kind of gently put it back on the backing just to keep it a little safe. But you're going to know it's the mask because it's a different color, and you might use this a couple different times, but it should last you 2 or 3 times. But look how cool that is. So imagine your flowers. I want you to use this for your flowers, for your little gardens, all that stuff. But I used the masket sheets. And keep in mind, my friends, there's 24 in here. This is going to last you a very, very, very long time. So you're going to be set for a long time. You really, especially right now, only need to buy one of these. But look at how cool that is. Now, imagine doing a whole bunch of different flowers, mixing and matching. I think we'll do like a video on that eventually too when I get my act together. But there we go. That is the masket sheets. Now, and look, even on this, I just kept my original, you can keep it on your dies, but I usually keep this on my machine on the top so I can reuse it. Okay. Dawn says, yay, thanks for the masking sheets. Let me tell you, my love. Yeah, I needed it. I needed it. Really needed it. Linda says you can stack books all behind him by stamping and masking. Yes, yes, absolutely. So just remember to like make sure you don't get confused. Whatever you stamp and mask first is going to be in the front. Okay. Then like I could have kept the mask down and I could have stamped other things around him. Yeah. And that is why it's so thin, because if I wanted to stamp something else, like here, let me do this. So watch this. So somebody said do the book. So yeah, so we're going to take that same mask because I'm too lazy to make another one, right? Why make another one when we already have one? I'm going to lay it back down. So I'm laying this back down right there, right? Can you go back to 3? And then what we're going to do is we will stamp those books that somebody mentioned. Forgive me for not remembering who said it, but we will do that. And let's just use this one. So we're going to grab that big stamp in the back, and I mean in the stack of books. And now we need to find a bigger, there we go, bigger block. And we're going to ink it up. Now, I don't know if this one's new. Are you watching her? Okay, she's laying down. The cute thing is sometimes when you can't find her, it's because she's out on the patio pottying. It's so cute. Okay, so hang on. Okay, there we go. So we always want to test first, right? So I'm using Midnight because my licorice is still in my suitcase, I think. Okay, so now I'm going to stack this right. I'm going to stamp right on top of my mask. Press down. Make sure you get contact to that cardstock. But because these masket sheets are so thin, you're not going to get an extra little shadow around it. So there we go. We could have colored those. We could do whatever. But again, I'm going to pick this up. It's behind the kitty cat. Look at that, you guys. Is that like awesome or what? So I want you to play with these. I want you to have fun with this. Now I can color the kitty cat any way I want. I could have colored the kitty cat before if I wanted to. But as long as you know, whatever you stamp and mask first is going to be in the front. So there you go. That is the masket sheets, which I absolutely am very excited about because see, originally you were supposed to use this, right? But this doesn't, first of all, how do you get it? Oh, here. Oh my gosh. And I'm sorry, at the time, this was the best I could get you, right? So this is why. But so how are you supposed to die cut this when it's already sticky on back? It doesn't have that extra sheet, right? So yeah, kind of, Anna says it's magic. Yes, it is, my love. Yes, it is. Norma, what I did was to make the mask, I die cut it using the inside die. So I die cut it, and this is being recorded, don't worry. But I die cut it using the inside die. That's another reason, my friends. And I know I feel like sometimes a broken record, but at the same time, that's why you want both dies. You want that inside die and you want that shadow die, because sometimes you want a shadow, sometimes you don't. When you're masking, you don't want a shadow. So you get just the stamped image, right? Now, when you're just stamping normal and you're not going to do any masking, you can take your pick. But when you're going to mask, you want that inside die. Now, back in the olden days, when stamping was first invented, what we would do is we would stamp it onto a Post-it note or something, hand cut it with scissors, you guys, with these ancient things, right? We would hand cut it. Some people call it fussy cutting. No, it's called fuzzy cutting because it's horrible, right? We would hand cut. Imagine cutting out that little tail with scissors. Are you kidding? No, we'd all go nuts, right? And so we'd hand cut it, then we'd make a mask, and using a Post-it note, and a Post-it note, as you know, is only sticky on one little section. It wasn't, and they're thicker. They're thicker. So you'd sometimes get a little extra ring around it. Let me just tell you, this is heaven on earth. Paula says, I hate fussy cutting. Amen, my love. Amen. That is exactly how I feel. So now we have these cute little guys. We can stamp the books behind the kitty cat, and boom. Dawn says she calls it frustrating cutting. I love that. I love that. Deborah says, so thankful for the inside dies. Me too, my love. Me too, because it's just so much better. So this is thinner than the Post-it notes. So you're not going to get that extra ring, and boom, there it is. I'm excited to have it because I'm very, very, I was very needy about them. I needed them. So, Russ says, I tried the technique fuzzy cutting once and that was enough, right? I know. I do not have the patience. I am more like, I want it to look really, really good. And I am not good at fuzzy cutting at all. You know why? You know what? This is what I